Hi everyone, this is Chaz, and this is another installment of Seminary Journey Part 2, The Road to CTS. In my last video regarding seminary and in the seminary journeys, I talked to you about the day I spent at CTS, at the CTS campus with David and other prospective students of Chicago Theological Seminary, and I talked a little bit about what what my next steps were. Well, I have finished my essay. Came in just under 2,000 words, which was the limit, but I got all 7 questions answered, and I got my 4 letters of reference, 4 people who agreed to be letters of reference, and I've got my application in, and so I got an email today from Howard Nelson, who is the Assistant Director of Admissions for Chicago Theological Seminary, and the email said that they've received everything they need from me with the exception of 1 reference, which is a little bit frustrating because my essay's in, my application's in, my checklist, both undergraduate transcripts, and 3 out of 4 of the references. So they've got at least 1 academic reference, they've got my pastoral reference, and they've got my personal reference. So they're waiting for the second academic reference. It's a little bit frustrating because if they had all 4 of the reference forms, then they could schedule my faculty interview, which can be done either in person or on the phone. Um, and so I don't know, why would I pass up an opportunity to go to Chicago? But I called the missing reference, who was my faculty advisor during my undergraduate at UIS, and I called her just to make sure that she got the form, and make sure that everything was okay. Because if she didn't get the form, then that would explain why she hadn't returned it. Now, in the phone call, when I called her, pardon me, I mentioned that I would like the form returned by the end of January. The reason for that is there's a deadline of February 15th for what is called priority acceptance. And that if I can get in and get everything in by February 15th, that means that's when I will become, and if I get accepted, then I'm eligible for those merit scholarships that I mentioned in the first video installment. So I talked to her, but in the letter, I told her in the telephone conversation, the absolute latest that I would like the reference in would be the end of January. In the letter that I sent with the reference form, I mentioned that I would like to, if possible, have the forms returned to the seminary by the end of November. So she, and it is, I did tell her end of January as like the absolute latest. The rub comes in the fact that CTS is moving. They used to be located on the campus of the University of Chicago, and now they're moving adjacent to the campus of the University of Chicago into a brand new state-of-the-art building, which is really nice looking, by the way. So the problem is that if she returns the reference form in January, they will have moved from the address that is on the envelope that I sent with the reference form. So I called her, and she said that she just finished grades. She turned grades in today, so she will get the reference form and get it done sooner rather than later. So hopefully that gets in the mail in the next day or 2, and gets to CTS here soon, so that I can get my faculty interview and I can find out if I get accepted to Chicago Theological Seminary. Now, Howard Nelson said that everything looks really good, really good in my application packet. I don't know if that just means that it looks really good that everything's in, or if the references look really good, or if the paper looks really good, or what he means by that. But he said that everything looks really good. So I will have to just wait, bide my time, and hopefully that last reference will get in soon, and I can get my interview done, and I can find out if I'm in or if I'm not. In other seminary education news, David has been trying to get a job in Chicago. I mean, he's got a job down here in St. Louis, a really good job, but he would really like to move to Chicago too. And so he's actually applied and he actually had an interview in Chicago. He didn't get the job that he interviewed for, but he is pushing towards getting a job in Chicago so that we don't have to do this whole I'm in Chicago during the week, I come home every other weekend. We don't have to worry about trying to pay for our apartment in Belleville and then a studio apartment or some kind of student housing in Chicago. But we'll see. I have to get accepted to CTS first before any kind of student housing or scholarships or anything like that is even remotely possible. But when it comes to the getting in, applications in, essays in, transcripts are in, 3 out of 4 transcripts, 3 out of 4 references are in. So anyway, I'm starting to babble now, which means that it's probably nap time. So I just wanted to let everyone know what's going on with regards to my journey towards CTS. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or send a video response. And I hope you all, I wish you all a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Blessed Yule, Happy Kwanzaa, and if you don't celebrate any of those, have a Happy New Year. And I hope that 2012 is as blessed as it can possibly be for you. So this is Chaz signing out, continuing on my road to CTS.